well, Hegan Kogan again in the Man Cave Classroom, analyzing some documents from the U.S. history of Regents. We have a political cartoon, we have a reading excerpt, and of course we have the question that kind of puts things together. So let's start off with this cartoon. I'm noticing it says September 12th, 1896 down there.
Yeah.
When it comes to the source. Up there it says building up his business, and that's going to bring us to the business itself and what he's building. I'm noticing it says saloon.
The dirty, disgusting saloons. You'd walk in, there'd be dirt on the floor, tobacco stains on the floor, sometimes even human urine and feces on the floor.
Well, you call it dirty, some places just call it character. But again, when you're looking at what's building these
Yes, and the building bricks,
disgusting
the
things.
building bricks of the saloon. Wrecked lives, dishonored names, lost virtue, lost reputations, ruined fortunes. You know, all these negative aspects associated with the dirty saloon. And what is the dirty saloon serving? Alcohol.
Now, it's interesting that you talk about what's on the inside, or what could possibly be on the inside, even though we can't see it. However, when you look at these bricks that say wrecked lives, dishonored names, ruined fortunes, lost reputations, lost virtue, ruined characters, blasted hopes. All of these are materials used for ruining lives.
Yeah.
So what might it look like on the inside? It's not going to be pretty.
Not going to be pretty at all.
This is not going to be a library. This is not going to be comfortable seating. This is...
I'm drawn to this guy.
Yeah.
You know, dressed in black, top hat, carrying a ballot box and a license. I'm wondering if he's a politician.
It could be.
I'm wondering if the local community has now voted that establishments such as this need to have some sort of a license to operate. Stores today need to carry a liquor license given to them by the state of New York, allowing them to serve alcohol in their establishment. And I would imagine along with that license comes inspections.
Sure.
To make sure that your establishment is clean, you're not serving children alcohol. There's probably a checklist of things that go along with that.
And since you're talking about filthy bars, and you're talking about the dirty inside of it, you know, not that politics has cleaned up its act in recent years, but, you know, in late 1800s, you know, politics wasn't exactly, you know, a clean, honest, honorable living either. And a lot of businesses inside, and side deals and promises were probably often made in these saloons.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at that, you know, again, in terms of where this cartoonist stands, do you think they're for alcohol or against it?
My guess is they're completely against it.
Absolutely.
That they have a negative bias against saloons.
Now,
wanting to see some sort of change take
absolutely.
place.
Yeah, I mean, which brings me to, you know, change. You know, spoiler alert.
Context of where we are in
Right.
the late 1800s, we are in the middle of the Progressive Reform era. People wanting to change, make changes that are going to improve society.
Yeah, now spoiler alert, alcohol is going to get banned with the 18th Amendment, but we're talking in like, you know, 1900s and the teens. So
25 years from now.
Yeah, so now you're talking this argument or this movement to get alcohol banned, you know, was taking place during the late 1800s.
Yep.
And the next documents even, it doesn't have a date for this one, but again, you know, oh, sorry, here we go, 1876.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, right around this particular time, you know, that movement to get alcohol banned just didn't start in the 1900s. This is going into the 1800s. All right, so this is a excerpt from the National Temperance Almanac of 1876, which taxed King alcohol. So
Temperance, the
Yep.
movement to ban alcohol throughout the country.
So whatever we're about to read, since it's attacking alcohol, this is not going to be anything positive about alcohol. So you're probably going to see more of this just put into a sentence. He has occasioned or caused more than 3/4 of the pauperism, which is extreme poverty, 3/4 of the crime, and more than 1/2 of the insanity in the community, and thereby filled our prisons, our houses for the poor, and lunatic asylums, and erected the gibbet or the gallows to hang people before our eyes.
Who's the he?
Probably alcohol,
King
alcohol. Again, more negativity about alcohol.
Yeah. And you can't, you know, alcohol is a drug. It does change the way your body works. You know, it changes your brain, I mean, we know, drunk driving, there's a reason why you can't drink alcohol legally until you're 21 years old. You know, it is a drug. And poverty, crime, health, lunatic. I mean, you can see why people are pushing to get it banned in the country.
So before we even get to our question, we have two documents. They for or against alcohol.
I mean, they're on the same side. They
They're on the same-
want to get rid of alcohol.
They're totally against
This
it.
isn't like a compare and contrast. This is just a compare.
Right. So we have a tax king alcohol, you know, and businesses are being built on all of these negative things. Which brings us to our question here. Based on this 19th century cartoon and this quotation, state two effects that alcohol had on American society. We could state more than two. We could say with crime, filling insane asylums, as they put it there. I mean, of course, we would call these mental
poverty.
institutions today.
People being executed. You know, I'd imagine people are then committing crimes while they are intoxicated. I like my assumption is that most students are going to pull their answers from this document. You know, because it spells it out for them. But if we go back to the political cartoon, you know, how about the effect that like people are taking advantage of people. You know, that this business owner knows he's going to make money by serving alcohol because it is a wanted item.
He's exploiting these
Yes,
things.
that was a great word to
He's
use.
definitely
He's
exploiting them.
exploiting people.
Oh, you're a drunk lowlife. You have this money. It should be spent on your family, but you can spend it on. I'm going to exploit it.
Yeah.
You know, without a doubt.
You know, there's a reason why happy hour is Friday afternoon. You know why?
Everybody gets
It's
paid.
payday.
Yep.
You know, come on in, have a discounted drink, and you know, it's exploitation
So let's see. Two
of
effects. We came up with more. You know, the insane asylums,
Both of them,
crime,
yeah.
poverty. You know, we could say you can mention the politics.
Yeah.
You know, all these things. All right. Anything else on this one?
negative.
All right. Good. Thanks for watching.